Traficom has been involved, especially with the vision of FEDeRATED, and we believe that the vision of FEDeRATED is still very relevant. Data sharing among trusted partners in a reliable way, where the data is kept at the source. This is one big goal or vision for us to support the companies and the economy in the logistics sector to make the digital transformation. And we do believe that we have still lots of potential when supporting our companies making their business digital. We believe that we are still at the early steps of this digital transformation. The biggest potential of data sharing and the digital world is still not yet used, but we are on a good way at the moment. During year 2022, Finland has published a strategy for digitalization of the logistics sector. It is a wide-scale, many initiatives, including program strategy to make the logistics sector more digitalized. For concrete examples, I can mention, for example, electronic freight transport information, FT, where we are making the waybills electronic based on the European regulation, and where we also have joined the 9 member state projects, FT for EU. One concrete example is the maritime single window, where we build up harbor environment digital solutions. And then we are also looking very concrete examples, for example, in the European mobility and logistics data space, where we could implement and pilot the developers of FEDeRATED project. As the next steps, we are seeking a greater impact based on this digital reuse and utilization of transport sector and logistics data. We are developing a national view of the digital twin of the logistics sector and the whole transport system. And as a next step also, we are trying to engage the companies to support them and their business development at a new level to get some new kind of services, new kind of business effects and impacts to better serve the whole society. This is an important step in our transfer to more digitalized and more greener and more sustainable society. In Finland, we support the cooperation and interoperability of the data platforms, and we fully support the European initiative on data spaces, especially the cooperation and interoperability between the different data spaces. For example, with mobility, logistics sectors, and the finance sector and the health sector.
FinTraffic is responsible of traffic management and control in all modes of traffic in Finland. Additionally, we are responsible of aggregating, managing and publishing traffic-related data to all interested parties. 3 years ago, we established traffic data ecosystem, which currently has more than 170 different organizations, both private and public parties involved. And we are promoting sharing of data with or without a fee, utilizing open international standards. We have started to work with mobility data, public transport, etc., and gradually going towards logistics data. I must say, logistics is behind the mobility area. It's a very, very fragmented industry, and we have to really work hard to make sure that common international standards are being adopted to the whole logistics sector. When we talk about fair data economy, I think there are three main building blocks that are needed. First of all, we need collaboration, and collaboration requires governance. In traffic data ecosystem, we have established the governance with working groups. It's a very smoothly working collaboration between different parties, and I strongly advise to continue that kind of work in the whole global logistics industry. Second thing is the technology part. We need to have common data models, we need to have common shared architectures, and we need to have shared capabilities for sharing the data and analyzing the data, etc., etc. But third thing, which is also equally important, is the legal framework. In Finland, in the traffic data ecosystem, we have created a fair data economy for traffic based on Sitra's excellent work on fair data economy rulebook. We have more than 20 different organizations already signed the agreement, and it helps to share the data with fair rules and have a common governance model for enabling the management of the data in a fashion which is fair for everybody. I think the logistics sector should do honestly a little bit better job in leveraging and sharing data. There are plenty of low-hanging fruits where we could start from. Let's take an example. Estimated time of arrival type of information. It's not that difficult to provide that data, and yet it will provide value for all the interested parties. We should really go value first, identify the low-hanging fruits, and then gradually start sharing more data in an interoperable format so that everybody can benefit and utilize the fair data economy principles when sharing the data.
I like to see digital and connected logistics in future. The world has changed. There has been geopolitical change and also the economical change. And that has started the era where the logistics companies and also in general companies are finding the solution how they can make the more profitable business and find the efficiency for the business side. The EU has also launched some new regulations, but those regulations are only regulations, and we have to find the business needs and business benefits behind those regulations and how those regulations are bringing the value for companies. We are trying to do that in our work in FinTraffic, and I am trying to find the benefit for business parties. We are also hosting the ecosystem work where we are bringing parties together, start the discussion, start to share the data, and also start to do the cooperation and co-projects together. And using those methods, we are bringing the benefits for business parties and developing the solutions which are taken in use and which are bringing the solution and benefits for all parties in logistics sector. If you like to do connected solutions and connected logistics in future, we have to follow the standards. We have to follow the standards published by EU and also the standardization companies. Using those, we can make the integrations more efficiently and we can get the benefits what are meant those standards to do. And using those, I see that we have to find also the benefits for the companies so that they will understand why these standards is created. There are new standards coming in the logistics sector and also from the emission side, and those has to be launched for the business side. And how we have to launch them? We have to launch them as easy solutions, as lightweight as possible, so that the business party is easy to take in use of those, and they can bring the efficiency from those easily. To make connected logistics in future, we need to find the way to work together, and EDIC could be one way to work together. With EDIC, we can share the results what other countries has done, and we can spread them in use in other EU countries. I hope that in future, the EDIC will be the one way to bring the benefits for all parties in Europe. And I also hope that the EDIC will focus on the business needs so that it's business driven. With these kind of instruments, we can start work together, we can start cooperation, we can do co-projects together in EU-wide and also in mobility and logistics sector. And I hope that this will harmonize the ways how we are working in Europe, and it will also bring the benefits for business parties. In my vision, the emission data is linked for the logistics freight data and also with the digital product path. We have to bring the emission data visible for all parties in logistics and also for the end user, because the end user has the end word to say what kind of services they will use and how low emission solutions they want to bring and use. That's why if we link those together, it will bring the visibility. We have standards incoming, and those standards are bringing the baseline. But unfortunately, they are not fully supporting my vision. So that's why we have to find the business needs for those. Luckily, the business sector is now changing, and the attitude for the emission side is rising there. And that's why the business are needing and they are finding the solution how emission data is making it feasible and available for all parties.
Our engagement with the FEDeRATED project from its inception has been pivotal collaboration for Finnish customs. This Living Lab partnership has fundamentally reshaped the way we approach our responsibilities and our ability to safeguard our borders. At its core, this collaboration has acted as a catalyst for innovation within our organization. It has allowed us to stay at the forefront of advancements in customs and border security by leveraging cutting-edge technologies, best practices, and valuable insights shared with the FEDeRATED project. One of the most significant outcomes has been the ability to work closely with other key stakeholders, including international customs, government bodies, and technology providers. This collaborative approach has been instrumental in addressing the complex challenges we face in ever-evolving landscape of cross-border trade and security. Moreover, this Living Lab collaboration has enhanced our operational efficiency and effectiveness. We are able to develop and implement more efficient customs procedures, which is not only benefit for Finnish customs, but also facilitate the smooth flow of legitimate trade and the detection of potential risks. In summary, the FEDeRATED project has been a game changer for us. It has empowered us to modernize our practices, build strong partnerships, and reinforce our commitment to securing our borders efficiently. This collaboration has profound impact on how we approach our responsibilities and how we look forward for furthering our involvement in this transformative project. During the pilots conducted as part of the FEDeRATED project, we achieved a wealth of valuable results and findings that have significantly influenced our customs operations. These pilot programs were instrumental in testing innovative approaches to border security and trade facilitation, and the insights gained have been highly instructive. First and foremost, these pilots provided us with the real-world testing ground for the cutting-edge technologies and strategies. We gathered substantial data and identified key findings that have been critical shaping our future direction. For instance, we discovered that implementation advanced data analytics and machine learning algorithms, we could enhance our risk assessment processes, resulting more accurate targeting of high-risk shipments and expedited clearance for low-risk ones. Moreover, these pilot programs allowed us to fine-tune our approach to cross-border collaboration. We found that real-time data sharing and coordination with international customs agencies and other stakeholders significantly improved our ability to detect, respond to potential threats. This enhanced coordination has strengthened our ability to combat smuggling, fraud, and other illicit activities. The pilots also shed light on the challenges we needed to address, such as data privacy and legal frameworks for information exchange. Recognizing these obstacles, we are able to work on regulatory and procedural adjustments that will pave the way for the smoother cross-border cooperation in the future. In summary, the results and findings from the FEDeRATED projects have been invaluable. They have informed our strategy, allowed us to harness innovative technologies, improve risk assessment processes, and enhance our ability to work in close collaboration with the other custom agencies. These insights have set the stage for the new, secure, and efficient future in customs operations.
Aholassa on yli 40 vuotta vanhat perinteet tiedolla johtamiseen. Ja tarvehan tulee aina, kun tehostetaan toimintaa. Ja silloin tarvitaan saada ne tiedot niin pieniin palasiin, että itse ymmärtää ne ja että voi jakaa sen tiedon muille pienenä palasina, että saadaan mahdollisimman tehokas tehostaminen. Ja aina on tarvetta parantaa kannattavuutta ja tehokkuutta ja siihen tarvitaan juuri tiedon jyvittämistä pieniin palasiin, jotta voidaan simuloida eteenpäin toimintaa. Ja sillä tavalla saadaan kokonaiskuva, miten me halutaan edetä liiketoiminnassa. Ja myöhemmin me ollaan digitalisoitu tämä jyvitys, meidän tietojen jyvitys, että kun on simuloitu, niin samaa menetelmää käytetään edelleen meidän digitaalisissa järjestelmissä. Ja sillä tavalla saadaan myöskin siis päästöt mitattua, kun mitataan kaikki tapahtumat, operatiivinen data ajoneuvosta ja ajoneuvodata. Niin yhdistämällä nämä saadaan todellisia päästöjä mitattua meidän toiminnasta. Niin tämä tieto, kun me ollaan jyvitetty se pieniin palasiin, pystymme simuloimaan eteenpäin tehokkuutta, mutta pystymme myöskin simuloimaan ja laskemaan päästöjä. Ja päästöt saadaan yhdistämällä operatiivinen data ja ajoneuvodata. Tällä tavalla saadaan todellisia päästöjä meidän toiminnasta. Me jaamme jo meidän operatiivista dataa meidän asiakkaille, kumppaneille ja myöskin laivayhtiöille esimerkiksi. Ja me olemme myöskin valmiit ja oikeastaan toivotaan, että löytyisi tämmöinen viranomainen tai neutraali taho, jolloin me voitaisiin jakaa meidän päästötiedot. Ja ne olisi sieltä sitten noudettavissa asiakkaalta ja muilta asiasta kiinnostuneita. Eli olisi tärkeää löytää tämmöinen neutraali toimija, joka voisi olla Suomessa esimerkiksi FinTraffic.